Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, starting now with news from the United States late on Friday night that jobs growth was much weaker than expected in January in non-farm payroll figures. However, the unemployment rate fell as fewer people were looking for work. Now, signs are that there is some recovery happening in the US economy. And it's interesting that the US 10-year bond yield, which is worth watching, actually increased in yield to 3.65%. It's up around 20 to 30 basis points in the last couple of weeks. People are starting to see some sort of recovery in the US economy, and that's fueling fears of inflation. We're already seeing inflation exported to the rest of the world through increased commodity prices for food and for fuel. However, in New Zealand, the New Zealand Herald and the TV3 News are reporting both that there is rental property madness in Auckland with long queues at open homes for rental property. However, when you look at the figures for New Zealand, both New Zealand and Auckland, we're not seeing a huge increase in the amount of demand for rent in the long run or a drop in supply in rental properties. When you look at New Zealand listings overall, rental listings are actually up. And when you look at rents, according to the Department of Building and Housing, they've been flat for 3 years. However, rents of 3-bedroom houses in Auckland have risen somewhat in the last couple of years. And obviously, right at the moment, many students are returning to Auckland and are looking for 3-4-bedroom properties on the fringes of Auckland so they can rent them out for the student year. These factors were not mentioned in those TV3 and NZ Herald reports. And finally, the government has announced quite some time ago that the gift duty is likely to be removed. Now, this is raising some fears of a boom in new family trusts, as many people, now that there is no gift duty on gifts to the family trusts, will jump in and open new family trusts ahead of potentially a new higher tax rate if Labour were to get back in. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9, brought to you in association with Bank of New Zealand.